There is a terrifying assumption we all make to feel safe in modern society. We assume that if we are ever in true, undeniable danger, the very authorities tasked with protecting us will actually step in and do their job. But in April 2000, in the quiet and seemingly peaceful market town of Kettering, Northamptonshire, that comforting illusion was completely and brutally shattered. A 14-year-old girl, trapped in a living nightmare of exploitation, managed to find a phone and frantically begged for a lifeline. Her terrified mother immediately called the police, pleading for them to rescue her daughter from a known network of local abusers who had been manipulating her for months. The official response, recorded forever on permanent police logs? They refused, stating coldly that they would not babysit her. Days later, Sarah Benford stepped into the shadows of Kettering and completely vanished from existence. Kettering was not a sprawling metropolis where a person could easily slip through the cracks. It was a close-knit community where everyone knew everyone, making her evaporation even more profoundly disturbing. 26 years have passed since that fateful refusal. And today, those in positions of power are still excavating industrial grounds, open fields, and suspicious sites across the county, urgently searching for her remains using ground-penetrating radar. How does an at-risk girl simply disappear while the entire establishment watches her fall? Hello, and welcome to the Cold Inquiry Files. Lock your doors, close your blinds, and join me as we open the deeply unsettling dossier on Sarah Benford, the girl the institutions turned a blind eye to. To understand the sheer scale of this dereliction of duty, we must look at exactly who Sarah was, and how the state apparatus let her down long before she vanished. Sarah Benford was born on March 19, 1986. She lived with her mother Vicky, her stepfather, brother, and sister on Havelock Street. From a very young age, Sarah struggled with her environment and became a frequent runaway. Social services knew her well. They had a massive, detailed file on her. But instead of building a strong protective net around this troubled teenager, the bureaucracy left her completely exposed. By the time she reached her early teens, Sarah was already entangled in a subterranean and predatory world. She was being systematically groomed by a network of older men in the area. Grooming is not an overnight event. It is a calculated, methodical dismantling of a person's boundaries. These individuals operated openly in broad daylight. They knew exactly how to identify vulnerability, isolation, fear, and emotional need. And they weaponized all of it to control and manipulate her. In sheer panic, her mother made the agonizing decision to place Sarah into state care, praying that the agencies meant to safeguard her would finally separate her daughter from the threat. Sarah was sent to Welford House Children's Home in Northampton. But what should have been a safe haven turned into a complete disaster of supervision. Let me share a sobering reality that highlights this gross misconduct. Of the 171 days she was supposed to be safely locked under strict state protection, Sarah was only physically present for just 41 days. Consider that devastating number. 130 days missing. The children's home was nothing more than a revolving door. She kept retreating to those perilous streets and the exact same individuals who preyed upon her, while the officials simply filled out paperwork. If you think the failure of the care home is appalling, wait until you hear about the clinic. One of the most chilling and well-documented moments in this entire harrowing ordeal happened just weeks before she disappeared forever. Sarah walked into a local health clinic accompanied by a man already well known to the police as an active exploiter. Inside that sterile environment, surrounded by trained staff, this frightened 14-year-old girl found the immense courage to speak up. She explicitly told the care workers that she was being forced into horrific situations with grown men. Let that image sink in. A defenseless girl, literally standing in a medical examination room, a place that is fundamentally designed to be a safe haven, silently screaming for a lifeline. Medical facilities follow strict safeguarding protocols for this exact reason. There are mandatory reporting laws and behavioral red flags that are taught in every basic training seminar. So what did the highly trained medical professionals do in response to this terrifying confession? Did they immediately lock the doors to shield her? Did they call emergency tactical units to intervene? No. They gave her basic health supplies, offered a quick, useless verbal warning, and sent her straight back out the door, right back into the hands of the exact same man who brought her in. This single event reveals the devastating level of institutional indifference that surrounded Sarah. It is a textbook example of the bystander effect functioning within the establishment. Every single adult in that chain of command assumed someone else would take the responsibility to rescue her. And because everyone assumed someone else would act, absolutely no one did. Pause the video for a moment. I want you to tell me honestly in the comments right now, when a teenager explicitly begs for help from the authorities, and those authorities simply hand her a bandage and look away, who carries the real guilt for her fate? This chain of negligence inevitably led to April 6, the year 2000, the last confirmed day of Sarah's life. Trapped in a notorious house in Kettering, surrounded by the individuals who were exploiting her, Sarah managed to find a telephone. She called her mother. Her voice was disoriented, frantic, and utterly terrified. She pleaded with her mother for a way out. Vicky did exactly what any parent is told to do. She immediately called the local Northamptonshire police, gave them the exact address of the property, and begged for a patrol car to go in and pull her daughter out. According to official, verifiable records from that precise day, the police contacted social services. After a brief conversation, the police bluntly stated they would not intervene in the matter. They refused to babysit her. The term babysit recorded in those logs is a masterclass in bureaucratic dehumanization. It reduced a life-or-death emergency into an administrative inconvenience. Because she was labeled as a chronic runaway, they treated her terror as a nuisance. Less than 48 hours after that phone call, Sarah Benford vanished without a trace. No personal belongings were ever left behind. No witnesses were ever willing to speak to the detectives. Just an oppressive, haunting, unbroken silence that has lasted for more than 2 decades. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, you know we recently covered the mysterious case of Vitória Barreto, the brilliant Brazilian psychologist who vanished in Essex, leaving behind only an impossible digital phone ping from the middle of the freezing sea. That case is filled with geographical mystery, complex misdirection, and unanswered questions. Sarah Benford's case is strikingly different, and in many ways, a tragedy rooted in indifference instead of enigma. Vitória Barreto was possibly swallowed by the fog and the harsh elements of the ocean, a victim of an environment completely indifferent to human survival. Sarah Benford was swallowed by her own town, by the very people, the bureaucracy, and the civic infrastructure that were explicitly funded to safeguard her. Because of this shocking inaction by the authorities, crucial forensic evidence was lost forever. The golden window to find her closed before anyone even started looking. And because of that catastrophic failure, for over 26 years, the men who exploited her continued to walk freely on the exact same streets as her devastated family. The establishment's dereliction of duty effectively acted as an impenetrable shield for the perpetrators. It took the authorities entirely too long to realize the magnitude of their mistake. But decades later, the ghosts of Kettering finally forced their hand. In 2021, Northamptonshire Police launched massive, highly publicized excavation operations in the Valley Walk area and other industrial sites across the town, acting on what they called new intelligence. Forensic archaeology is a slow, exacting science. Elite teams sifted through every inch of soil, looking for bone fragments, clothing fibers, or any anomaly hidden beneath the surface. They deployed advanced ground-penetrating radar and heavy machinery to literally tear up the earth. The searches made national headlines, but absolutely no trace of Sarah was ever found in the dirt. Many locals and independent investigators believe these high-profile, televised searches are not only about finding Sarah's remains. They view them as the bureaucracy's frantic, decades-late attempt to finally wash away 26 years of undeniable guilt, negligence, and institutional shame. A very public display of effort to compensate for the fact that when she was alive, they refused to drive a few streets over to save her. To this day, Sarah's mother and siblings still have no grave to visit. No physical place to lay flowers. No closure. Only the agonizing ambiguity and unanswered questions that haunt them every single day. What do you believe really happened to Sarah Benford in the 48 hours after that final phone call? Was it pure, unforgivable incompetence by the officials? Or is it possible, as some locals suggest, that there was active, deliberate protection for the network that was exploiting her? Drop your theories and thoughts in the comments below right now. I read every single one, and your analytical minds constantly connect dots the authorities miss. If you value documentaries that refuse to look away from uncomfortable truths and institutional failures, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a like on this video. Tell me in the comments, which UK cold case should we declassify and investigate next? Until then, keep your eyes open, trust no one, and never place blind trust in those tasked with our protection.